Okay.
I have to get it.
Did you understand what's going on and everything as far as what's going on around you? You know,
Yes.
you understand where you are, and
Yes,
you know what the day is, and this, and that, and the other.
I think it's May 4th or 5th, ain't it?
Yeah, there you go.
There.
Very serious.
A family from Mississippi traveled to Destin, Florida late in 2022 to spend the new year visiting. The vacation seemed to go well until, upon returning to Mississippi, one of the children reported that someone from their family had done something horrific to her. The following investigation put Justin Andrew Busby in an interrogation room, where two detectives will be asking the tough questions to hopefully find answers for the victim's family and the pursuit of justice. With justice on the line for the minor victim, will the detectives get an admission from Justin? Let's join them in the interrogation room. Please note that the name of the minor has been removed from this video. Let's take a look.
Here you go, buddy.
Thank you, sir, so much. One of my favorite shirts.
Why do you come clean, man?
Oh,
Alright, well, your first name is...
it's Justin. Justin.
Let me ask you something, Dustin. Did you get anything for pain over there at the hospital?
They gave me, I don't know what she called it, but they did give me something.
You feel okay?
Feel a little better than what I did.
Okay, but I mean, the medication they gave you is not affecting your ability to understand anything that's going on in here.
I wouldn't think so. I think it was just mainly headache medicine and like pain reliever for this.
Okay.
I had to get it.
Did you understand what's going on and everything as far as what's going on around you? You know,
Yes.
you understand where you are, and
Yes.
you know what the day is, and this, and that, and the other.
I think it's May 4th or 5th, ain't it?
Yeah, there you go.
There.
What's your middle name, Justin?
It's Andrew. Andrew.
And Busby, right?
Yes, it's Busby.
Where's your folks from?
Grand County.
Green County?
Yes, sir.
Alright. What, you know your social, man?
I knew it by heart. I think it's
I'll get it somewhere. You know your dad's birth.
yes, sir, February 28th, 2002. I have a picture of my social security number. I know the phone was.
Okay. You graduated from high school?
Mm-hmm.
You did any college? So you got a 12th grade education?
Yes, sir.
You read and write?
Sir?
You can read and write.
Yes, sir.
Essentially, that's the only reason they ask that question, I guess, in education. Look, man, because you're in custody, I want to ask you some questions, but I want to make sure you understand what your rights are first,
Yes,
okay?
sir.
Says you have the right to remain silent. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Anything you say can and will be held against you in a court of law or any other legal proceeding. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to talk to an attorney for advice before questioning and to have him or her present with you while being questioned. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you decide to answer questions without an attorney present, you still have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk with an attorney. You understand that?
Yes, there was one that this was it.
Got any questions? Please don't hesitate to ask. You understand all that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, right here, if you will, just sign right there saying that I did read that to you and that you do understand it, okay?
My handwriting ain't the best in pen.
That's all right. I ain't got a pencil, right? Today's the 5th of May. I got 10:28 p.m.
I'll just write 10:30 if that's okay.
Fine with me, man. I'm gonna just put the PM on here, okay?
Alright.
Alright, Justin. Justin, would you prefer to be called, or Andrew?
Andrew.
Andrew?
That's what everybody told me.
You said your folks are from Greene County? What Busby's you kin to right there?
Shannon Busby's my cousin.
Shannon, the judge up there?
My cousin. I'm sure you know Davey and Levada Busby. Owns the racetrack.
Yeah. Who, are they your parents?
Yes, sir. I actually have a big race tomorrow night.
What's your address?
I work for my father with Famco Construction.
Bamco?
Famco, Famco. Okay. If you need any trees cut, I can cut a tree for you. And if you need a house remodel, do that for you too.
Alright. What's your, we're gonna run over your social and driver's license. You got a Mississippi driver's license?
Yes,
Regular operator?
sir.
Is it a regular operator license?
Yes, it's the regular one.
How old are you again?
I'm 21.
How tall are you, buddy?
I think about 5'8".
You know about how much you weigh?
I weighed myself earlier today in my gym, so that, I think it was 149 point something.
We'll just say 149. Hair is brown. Oh, yeah, man.
I had no clue. You have to look at them.
Well, you can't see with that hat on. Look, hey, blue. Look like blue eyes. Got any tattoos?
No, sir, I don't. I don't like tattoos.
328. I'm this way about them. I think they look cool on certain people, but I don't want them on me.
That's how I am. I have a buddy that's got tattoos, well, a couple buddies that's got tattoos, and they're cool on them, but I don't want them.
They intrigue me. Where were you born, man?
I was actually born in Mobile,
Mobile, Alabama?
the Providence Hospital. They call it 3 Rings, I think.
Yeah. It just asked for the city and the state. Nearest relative or contact person?
Be my wife, 601.
What's her name?
Correct.
And she lives with you?
Mm-hmm.
You ever been in the military?
No, sir. I have not. Thought about it. Or the Air Force or whatever.
Okay.
I did.
Alright, man. Did the officer tell you what you was under arrest for and what you was charged with before he brought you in?
No, sir, he didn't know.
You know what you're here for, though, right?
Yes, sir.
You want to talk to me about it?
They're accusing me of touching.
Okay.
And I don't like doing it. It's dumb to do it. And,
Okay. But you told him you did.
well, they just kept on, so I was like, you know what, I'll just say I did. So I just took it. And then I was sitting there and Mr. Josh come running out and just pounded on my face. And that's all I know.
So they brought you there to talk to you about it after the kids told them what you did to them. And the little girl ain't gonna make that stuff up.
What happened to me before? And
A little
it
child?
happened.
You said it happened to you before. Was that a child?
Mm-hmm. And it never did happen.
Who accused you of that?
Her name's, she didn't really like me anyway, so she was just trying.
How old was she?
She's 26, 27, I think.
But she wasn't a little girl when it happened, though, right? Or she was. I'm confused.
No, I'm talking about the woman that accused me of doing it to her daughter. She didn't like me anyway,
Okay.
so she was just trying to make something up to get me in trouble.
All right, but you got to understand the difference here, Andrew. That this is not an adult accusing you of doing this. You understand?
Yes, sir.
There's a difference in an adult making something up because they don't like somebody. It's not the situation here. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So why don't you just go ahead and tell me the truth about what happened with these girls?
So we was playing hide and go seek, and they followed me. And when I went to hide in a spot, they was following me, and they wanted to sit with me. And I guess when I was trying to get them off of me, or get them up or whatever, I guess my hand went and touched their private parts.
What? Where was this hiding spot?
It was under one of them was under the bed, under a bed. She had like a little fort, and I went in there and kneeled down under there to hide. And she come in there and kind of sat in my lap.
How was she dressed?
I can't remember.
But the way she's describing it wasn't accurate. You know what I mean?
Yes, I mentioned it.
So tell me how you did it.
I was just trying to get her up. My hand, I was trying to get her, and then when I went to
That's not what she described. Tell me the truth. Tell me what happened.
we was playing hide and go seek.
I understand that part, but the way you touched her, you don't just accidentally put your hand inside of a little girl's clothes.
I never put my hand inside no little girl's clothes.
How would this little girl know that? Why would she say you did?
I guess she thought I did, but I didn't.
She thought you did enough to say that it hurt?
I promise I didn't.
And the other girl, the oldest one, the incident that happened in Destin, you want to tell us about that?
We were playing hide and go seek in a swimming pool.
How do you play hide and go seek in a swimming pool?
Well, there was the way it's built, there's a hot tub here, and then there's like a little thing, like an overflow type deal. And it was more Marco Polo / hide and go seek. So I went over the thing to hide in the corner, and she followed behind me.
This is
And she followed behind me, and she come and stood beside me, and I was just kind of knelt down a little bit, trying to hide a little bit. And when I went to move, went to push her off of me,
I know it's a hard thing to do, to tell the truth about something like this. Yeah. And you gotta understand something, Andrew. I'm not here to judge you. Okay? I think you did something and maybe you regret it. But lying about it don't make it go away. Does it? I mean, obviously, you've been around these kids for a while, right? Have decent rapport with them. Yeah, they feel comfortable enough to, or felt comfortable enough at one point to be around. And now you're going to sit here and accuse them of telling lies whenever they have absolutely no reason to tell lies. Why would you do that? I could look at you, man, and tell you won't. It's tough.
I'm not trying to accuse them of nobody.
Yes, you are. I mean, that little girl ain't got no reason to say that you run your hands around her and stuck your hands down in the front of her underwear, or not her underwear, what you call it, bikini or a bathing suit or shorts or whatever she had on, while y'all was in that hot tub, and stick your finger inside of them. I don't understand why a 10-year-old girl would make up a story like that to tell. And you know she didn't make it up either, Andrew. So,
Yes, sir.
so to say she made it up is to call her a liar, but she's not a liar. That happened. Didn't it?
Yes, that happened.
And the same thing happened at here. Whenever y'all got back here, when y'all was playing hide and go seek, you did the same thing. You stuck your hand down in her pants or shorts or whatever she had on and stuck your finger inside. Why did you do that? Don't know. Curious? Just don't know. And then he did the same thing. Tell me about that.
I didn't do it.
That's not what you said. You just didn't stick your finger in it? You stuck your hand down in there and felt of her?
No, sir.
Not what
Might have been the way I was holding her that she thought that.
What do you mean the way you was holding her?
Like she was sitting on my lap And I kinda had my hand right there. And I guess she thought I slid my hand open or something. But
Did you slide your hand up her shorts?
No, sir. I just had my hand right there. Holding her, trying to help her do her homework.
So you're saying you did it, you didn't do it. So when you did do it, let's see, you did it to her twice here, right? Once. Where was y'all at?
Closet again.
In the closet. That's right. That's right. Now tell me, what was y'all doing in the closet again?
Hiding.
Hiding. Where was she in relation to you? Where was she positioned in relation to where you was positioned?
On my lap.
She was sitting on your lap. What was she wearing? So you stuck your hand down in the waistband of her pants down this way, or did you go up her leg of her shorts, or?
Well, I was holding her like the same way I was holding right here.
And you just slid your hand down in the top of her clothing?
Well, if your hand's here, you're gonna go this way.
Oh, so you went up her shorts.
I reckon.
She wearing underwear? You don't know? So you slid your hand up to her crotch? And stuck your finger inside of her? I know it's tough to admit, man. I know it's tough.
It must have been when I was holding her, it must have been the way when I moved it. It went up there.
That's not true, man. She's trying to sit there trying to tell me that you stuck your finger inside of a girl's vagina in a swimming pool when you run your hands around the top of her and stuck your hand down inside of her clothing and stuck your finger inside of her. And then you get here and y'all sitting hiding in the closet and she's sitting on your lap and you accidentally stuck your finger inside of her. Is that what you're telling me? Because I'm a little unclear. But you didn't accidentally stick your finger inside of her, did you? Simple question.
First time wasn't an accident. Second time was.
And you expect me to believe that. And then the third time when you tried to do it again and she wouldn't let you, that was an accident too?
I didn't try the third time.
Not what she said.
When was that one?
After the last time. The last time you stuck your finger in her here in the closet. And she said it hurt. And then later, another day, you tried to stick your finger in her. And she closed her legs and wouldn't let you do it.
Right. There wasn't no third time.
So you expect me to believe that you intentionally stuck your finger in that 10-year-old girl's vagina in that pool or whatever it was, hot tub, and then accidentally stuck your finger inside her vagina in the closet? I mean, why would she make that stuff up? It doesn't make sense to my mind. Why would she make it up?
I don't know.
So you don't know the purpose behind sticking your finger in her vagina. What was the purpose? You just don't want to say.
I don't know.
It turned you on?
No, sir.
So I don't get it. I don't understand. So you saying when you stuck your finger in her vagina in the closet and y'all playing hide and seek, it was an accident? Explain to me how you accidentally stick your finger in someone's vagina. Can you do that?
I didn't really stick my finger in it that time, though. I guess when I got up, my hand went like that and hit her. And it hurt her.
But that's not what she said. So she's lying. Is that what you're saying?
On the second one,
You know, it's really ironic to me that whenever you talk about these incidents, you know exactly where you were when they happened, right? So you know exactly where they were, where you was when it happened, but it didn't happen. That means that you know when it happened. That makes sense. Doesn't? It don't make sense, does it? Because you know.
that's the only reason I said false, because that's what she said, where it happened. So that's what I was going on for.
But you know it happened in the closet. Right? Can you swear it up? You ain't touched.
I haven't touched.
And you knew that the event that happened, I guess, under the blanket or whatever, in the little, tent? Is that what you called it a while ago?
I don't know what she called it, fort, tent,
Fort.
club.
Yeah. You knew when that incident happened too, right?
That's where they said it happened, so.
But you don't remember it happening that way. So you think these little girls just a couple little liars?
I think it was liars.
Well, they have to be if they're saying that you touched them or stuck your finger in them and you saying you didn't. Somebody's a liar, right?
I ain't calling nobody a liar.
So that's the story and sticking to it. So you stuck your finger in her one time and decided you wasn't never going to do it again. But that's not what she said. She said you did do it again. And then tried to do it again. That's what we're talking about.
I never tried to do it again.
That's not what she said. So she's lying. I just want to get to the truth, man. That's all I want. That's my job. Okay? It's not our job to judge you or think ill of you for doing what you did. It's our job to be fact finders. Okay?
Mm.
Either things happen or things didn't happen. But you've already told us one thing happened.
The first one. The other two didn't. Never tried to do it again. I've done it the first time. I read it. I went back. I prayed. I repented to the Lord because it was dumb. And I told myself, I said, I'm not going to do it again. Because it was dumb in the first place.
But they say you did. You see the problem there?
Yes, I see the problem. Like I said it the first time. I went, I prayed, because it was stupid. I told the Lord to forgive me. And never tried to do it again. And they might have thought I was trying to do it again, but I didn't.
Okay. Well, Well, based off of what I've learned tonight from the allegations that have been made, you're being charged with one count of sexual battery on a child under the age of 14 and 2 counts of touching for lusty purposes. Okay? Well, we're going to get you on down to the jail and get you booked in, okay? If you want to tell the truth, get it off your chest. Now's the time to do it, my man. This is your opportunity. You made some pretty grave mistakes. I get that. You mentioned regret a while ago. I get that. I really do. And I believe you regret it. But lying, and saying that little girl are lying about what they did, that don't help the insides. So, before we leave, is there anything else you want to tell me about? You don't want to tell the truth about what happened.
Mm-hmm.
What? Wait a minute. Well, let's go ahead and get somebody up here to take you on down to the jail. Okay, ma'am? All right, come back and do it. Look, I meant to mention something to you a while ago. You said that hit you in the face. Hit you one time or
Multiple.
right? Look, we weren't there, so we didn't see anything that took place. I mean, if you feel like you want to press charges against him for anything, as soon as you bond out from the jail down there, you're more than welcome to come up and sign an affidavit and file charges against him if that's something you feel inclined to do.
I'm not that kind of person.
Well, that's just say he started filling this out with a black ink pen and I got blue. There, right? It's gonna make a difference. I'll get you a black. Well, I've got to mention that to you earlier. I had it on my mind.
He hit me multiple times.
Well, all right, man. This is very important.
On January 13th, 2026, Justin Andrew Busby was deemed a designated sexual predator and sentenced by Circuit Judge David Oberlison to life in state prison. He was sentenced after being found guilty by a jury of sexual battery of a victim under 12 years. The defendant was already over 18 years of age at the time of the offense. On January 13, 2026, the jury heard evidence depicting a series of sexual abuse that occurred between December 27, 2022 and January 3, 2023. The then 10-year-old victim was sexually abused by Justin, a trusted family member, while visiting her family in Destin, Florida. The victim did not initially disclose the sexual abuse to anyone, but spontaneously decided to disclose it to her parents later back at home in Mississippi. Investigation into the sexual abuse was led by Captain Jason Smith and the Lucedale Police Department. During his investigation, Justin minimized his actions but never denied the child's allegations. Justin was born on February 28, 2002, and at the time of his events, he was 19 years old, just about 2 months shy of his 20th birthday. He will continue to spend the rest of his life in a Florida prison unless by some unlikely chance his conviction is reversed or he is granted clemency in the future. This investigation was conducted by the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office, the Lucedale Police Department, and the Canopy House Child Advocacy Center in Mississippi. Assistant State Attorney Kristen Bosow prosecuted this case on behalf of Ginger Bowden Madden, State Attorney for the First Judicial Circuit of Florida. We hope that convictions like these will deter others from victimizing minors. But sadly, perpetrators of this type of conduct have often been victims of similar conduct themselves. Harsh punishment serves not only as a deterrent, but hopefully will bring this vicious cycle of abuse that passes through generations to an end. But punishment is not the only solution. It is important that victims receive therapy and support so that they don't become abusers themselves. My name is Victoria, and I will see you all next time on Deep Dive True Crime.